Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm going to get some hate for this video, but, today we are talking about a YouTuber that I personally just I don't know. If you couldn't tell by the title, I'm talking about haptic. I just feel like he's extremely negative. It seems like his recent videos about Dandy's World have just been quote-unquote criticism, but they don't really seem like criticism. They just seem like hate towards the game. And I know I'm gonna get some hate for this, and I honestly don't really know the full extent of it. I'm not quite sure. If he's hated, loved, I think his criticism is too much. Don't get me wrong, Dandy's World needs criticism, and I know the dev team isn't perfect. In his recent video, he's brought up about how, well, the devlog, he thinks it's just a PR thing, which I'm honestly not sure what it stands for. He's probably, and I admit the timing of it isn't great, but I truly think it's a coincidence. He just seems really negative about the game, and he's talking about how the game shouldn't go in alpha because they're unbalanced characters. You know, like most games. And how the game has some stuff that needs to be updated and upgraded and fixed, like most games. It just feels like I understand criticizing the dev team, but he's also saying they need to just, and he brings up the small dev team and just says they need to hire new people, which you can't just hire people. I think it's pretty easy to tell that Quell's quite particular, and doesn't just want anyone working on her game. And you can't just hire people. You have to find people that work well with the quality and the style. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this video, but I don't really care. I don't want to bring up that I think I'm gonna keep it real, kind of toxic. His criticism is valid sometimes, but it also just seems like he's yelling at the camera. Can be valid, but it's pretty much all, and again, it just comes off as aggressive and mean. I used to kind of like his content, but now it just kind of seems kinda, I don't know, undeserved. He's a big channel, but he just seems kinda hateful. And I don't think it's rage bait. I think he sees himself as always right. I think he seems kind of narcissistic at a glance, and I could be totally wrong. He could be a great guy. But he just seems kind of mean. I understand criticizing a dev team, but just hating on the dev team is not what needs to be done. I really just... He just seems hateful for no reason. Like, I get criticizing the dev team, and I know I repeat myself a ton in these videos, and I'm sorry for that. But that's because they're completely unscripted, and I'm not very good at this. I just feel like he seems kinda... I mean, I hear he's been banned from Forsaken. I don't know much about that, but I can hardly blame the devs. Even if I hear it was petty, I'm not sure again. Really should investigate a bit more before I talk about this stuff, but I don't care. She just seems like, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, don't harass him, because, you know, harassment's bad, but he... He just seems kind of hateful and petty. But, I don't know. Again, I could be wrong, but I just don't really like how he is. Just seems rude for, like, no reason. Like, again, criticism is valid and every team needs it. But what he said about, you know, the game isn't finished and stuff is unbalanced. Pretty much all games that have a wide variety of character selection have characters that are unbalanced. And also, I know nothing about this game, and I have no hate towards this game. In this video, he was playing Rivals. while talking about the unbalanced stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sure if Rivals is balanced or not, but I do know I'm pretty sure it can be kind of pay to win, which just seems super hypocritical. Again, don't hate the YouTuber. No harassment, don't send hate, but
I don't feel so good.
I just... He seems loud and obnoxious. And not the type of guy I'd wanna be around. He doesn't like rage bait people or is directly mean to people, or at least on his videos, but he's definitely indirectly mean to the development team. They're trying, they really are. Games are, and I'm not sure if he realizes this, but games are hard to make. Coding is hard. You can't just learn to code and 3D model in a day. It requires practice, skill, talent, or a combination of them. And I don't usually like to make ranting videos, but I'll just rant. And I know I've been making some negative stuff when I really want to be happy and fun, but this guy just... he frustrates me. He's just cruel to the dev team, and don't get me wrong, I agree with some of his criticism. We're not even sure when all this stuff they talked about in the April devlog is gonna come out, but I mean, it looks finished, it looks polished, so probably this year, which is, I think, the reason Quill didn't confirm it was this year is because we're so used to not. You know, we're so used to delays. The first Christmas update was delayed by a ton. The Halloween was delayed the Halloween event was delayed a year because of rocks. But come on. It's just, again, I really don't like hating, but I mean, if I have to. I'm just... He's just kind of noisy. He just seems to complain a lot and disguise it as criticism. Again, I don't like being hateful. I really like to consider people's point of views, but it just... He's so... I feel... He's just rude for the sake of being rude. Like, I can't tell if he's rage baiting. I don't think he is. I think he genuinely believes everything he says. Again, I say criticism is valid, but the way he does it, it just comes off as, I don't know. It's disrespectful. It seems like he berates the dev team when I know, like, almost full well he could not make a better game himself and 10 of his friends. But I mean, again, he's loud, obnoxious, and his criticism. I'm sorry that I've just been saying the same stuff over and over again, but he's frustrating me. He's just hateful. I can barely watch his content without getting frustrated.
3, 2, 1, go!
He makes me mad. Plain and simple. I am tired. I'm just tired of the constant berating of this dev team. It needs improvement, yeah, and it does need some new people. It does need more people. But you can't just hire people. They need to be good at what they do. Not to mention, I know Quell is picky. She seems kind of a perfectionist. She seems really particular. Proof of this is the blot dab. She drew it and she thought about adding it, but she changed her mind. And I want to make it very clear, I'm not trying to hate on Quell here, I'm just trying to say she's particular, and that's perfectly fine. hoping... Honestly, you know, I'm just gonna say it. I hope he gets banned from Dandy's World. Because then he doesn't have to complain about it anymore. And the Deb team doesn't have to deal with him. I don't want to be hateful, but he really gets on my nerves. I'm sorry, and I know I don't usually post this kind of content, but I just needed to talk. Thank you all for watching.